Good morning. How are you today? Today is August 4th. It is a Wednesday. And it is 5:21 in the morning. Got that nice midnight blue sky. Yep, 5:21. It is an interesting experiment that I'm going through myself, that I can go back in, a few months and look at which mornings at 5:20 or around that time the morning was super bright. It's kind of interesting just to be able to track every morning like this and to see what color the mornings are. Anyway, it's nice that you can come and visit me. Thanks for stopping on by. Day 4, day 5 of the most recent lockdown. Just warming down. I want to talk about the halo effect this morning. So, like I said, the halo effect is another cognitive bias that we're going over. Last time we talked about Wisinati. What you see is all there is. Today I'm going to talk about the halo effect. The halo effect basically means that it's something that our brains do when we meet somebody for the first time. And so, say example, we meet somebody who's attractive, who's looks healthy. We automatically assume, our brains, that this person has good habits, this person is well put together, maybe even this person is well to do. And that snap judgment came just by our appearance that we saw in front of us. Versus if we see like somebody who is maybe unkept or is unattractive, then we may start to jump to uncertain biases that this person is not neat, not orderly, kind of sloppy. And so our brains do this. It's called the halo effect. And the halo effect basically comes from the thought that angels have halos, and halos have this bright shining light of goodness, and that if you look a certain way, then you automatically get umbrellaed with all of these other good qualities, even though you may not even have said a word. We automatically attribute other certain attributes and other certain qualities to somebody because of their appearance. And so there's a famous psychologist, his name was Edward Thorndike, back in the 1920s. And he went to a general in the army, and he asked the general, which of these people do you think would make good leaders, would make, be very decisive in the heat of battle. And so it turns out he goes around and he naturally chose all the good-looking, tall, beautiful people, saying that these people were going to be the best at fulfilling that role that was asked of him. A good commander, good leader, that kind of thing. And Thorndike thought it was pretty interesting that he chose it like that. So he did another experiment later involving professors and tests, and he had found out that he had biased himself against people taking tests. So first semester, second semester, and the second semester he graded them actually based unconsciously on the first semester's results. So if this student got really good marks on the first semester, when he was grading his paper on the second semester, he naturally would tend to give this person better grades because of the halo effect of what the student did in the first semester. And he started noticing that it wasn't really fair, because even though this person who had a good first semester, his second semester was bad, he still graded him very well compared to what he would have graded if if that was his first paper that he submitted. So he did another example with another student, and this student got bad marks in his very first semester. And when Thorndike was grading his papers in the second semester, then he actually graded this person a lot worse because of the first halo effect of the first semester's paper. So he noticed that wasn't fair, and he was unconsciously doing it. It wasn't that he was making a decision. And so even with teachers, they say that teachers can become easily biased by previous achievements, previous grades. We tend to think that this student's going to do better because obviously he did good the first time. He's going to do good the second time, even if the second time he does very, very bad. So I guess the lesson is do really good the first time. Yeah. What else? In Disney, in superheroes, we always attribute, like Superman. He's tall, he's good looking, and he's powerful. And so throughout animation and throughout cartoons, we're already ingrained. These biases are ingrained in us. Think about like who is ugly and who is repulsive, and then you think of like Beauty and the Beast. He's this big, repulsive, ugly monster. Who literally is a monster. Versus, at the end of the movie, he becomes back to a prince, a nice, handsome prince, and we attribute good qualities. Even though that's the whole story of Beauty and the Beast, is being able to see the good person in the monster. I guess that's the underlying story. Whereas the good person, who outwardly appearance is Gaston, he looks good, he looks handsome, but he's just a rat. He sucks. He's strong and all, but he's just full of himself, overconfident, arrogant. So I guess that's the contrast that movie is trying to make. That anyway, kind of going on a tangent here. Halo bias basically is judging a book by its cover, and we do it unconsciously, and so we have to stop and think sometimes. Am I applying the halo effect here? Am I dealing with this person because of what I see or what I know about them? So I'm creating new expectations for them, and even if they do bad in the future, it kind of gets like muddied over because they did good in the first place. Halo effect, that's my new cognitive bias I've been thinking about, and I just wanted to share that with you. All right, let's get back upstairs, do my last set of push-ups over here. And day 4 of the new set of new set of lockdown. I don't know. Anyway, doing good over here. Video's longer than normal, but doing good. Cognitive biases, just reading, taking notes, and I've got my whiteboard, filling in new thoughts every day to bring to these videos. And more so, these videos are for me to remember, and I can make a nice thumbnail, and I can look back at that thumbnail and remember what I talked about later down in the future. Talking to the future Jesse. Yeah. All right. Love you. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good job, Jesse. Aloha.